How's it going, y'all? I am behind. I am aware. It's all good though. Although I am behind. Uh, let's see. I want to do a thing. I want to do a thing. Also, go ahead and jump back in here. Okay. The plan. Simple. Okay, let's do the thing. Getting distracted already. For the first time playing F1 Manager in quite a while. I'm excited. Hopefully, my computer should survive today. Should, being the operative word here. Yo, Sean, welcome in. How we doing? I hope we're doing well. I wanted to look at that too. So many things I want to look at. Yes, Charles, 10 place grid penalty. Wild. Absolutely wild. I don't know how that, like, how does that happen, Ferrari? It's round 2. Count them. 2 of the season. Like, what are we even talking about? Exactly. Literally, we're. It doesn't help that he was on his second control electronics in the first round of the season. And now, literally, unbelievable, actually. Actually absurd. Okay, now there's this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you change it before? How do you change the original one before the season starts, and then 2, the second one just explodes. And the second race. Now Alonso could possibly outperform him in number. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, once that next control electronics energy source needs replaced, then that's another grid penalty, and it's literally round 2 of a 23 race season. Charles is going to be in for a world of hurt, I feel like, this season. Okay, let's get this in guard. I want to do a couple of these. I want to do a couple races tonight. Back again. Silverstone, the British Grand Prix up next. Been a minute since we've gotten to play, but I'm excited. We have a couple of development points to put on our young lads. We're going to throw that into cornering for Lando, and for Pierre, it's going to go into his reactions. Our pace is going to be absurd, to say the least. And as always, let's check on our staff. Our head of aero has one. We're going to go for, let's go with airflow management. Try and keep everything pretty stacked. How's our pit crew looking? Still on tire changes, still working on it. Everything else is in the mud. Our front wing design is complete. Let's go. What do we got? 11 days. Sure. 600k, and they get him in for sure. Yeah. Hello? My game crashed. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just restart that, I guess. That does not bode well for tonight. Let's hope that it is not a sign of things to come. Did that autosave, or am I gonna have to do it all again? We're gonna have to do it all again. I'm just gonna start over, because we're gonna have to do it again. Round 10 of season 5, we head to the British Grand Prix around Silverstone, and we start as always. It's been a minute since I've gotten to play this game due to one factor or another. I'm excited though. We have some development points that we're not even going to think about this at all. We're just going to keep throwing it into pace, because I think that's what we need more than anything. As always, check our staff. It looks like we do have one. We'll throw that into, actually we'll throw it into DRS Delta. Gotta go in a straight line, nice and quick. A difficult race. It was a difficult race. You're not wrong. It was a less good a good outing by the squad, but we do have a new front wing coming in. We can make 4 of those. Silverstone's in 11 days. Oh, not 5. If we rush it, we'll have it done in plenty of time. Go ahead, get that going. What do we have now? What do we have going? We have a new underfloor going. We have a front wing and rear wings being made, both of which will be able to go on for Silverstone. A-okay by me. And an underfloor that will be able to start manufacturing, but it'll be ready for Austria next, I believe. So we'll leave that alone. Do we have any ATU hours? We do not, but the new one starts in 7 days, so we are entirely just chilling and waiting for that. All right, let's continue. Don't have a whole lot of money, so there's a lot of things going on here. There's the underfloor. Perfect. The car part test center is in poor condition. It costs $9 million refurb. We literally don't have the money for that, and we need the money that we do have for this. We have 12 days until Austria, or 26 days until France. We could just do this and leave it for France. What was 12 days? I don't think it's gonna happen, so we're gonna do normal, and then we'll have it all for France. Easy does it. Race simulator refurb is complete. Our new ATR period starts, so let's go ahead. We're gonna design. We just did front wing, rear wing, and underfloor. So this time we're going to be doing chassis, side pods, and suspension. Everything looking good on our parts. Try and split this up as evenly as possible. 1.4, 1.4, 1.4. And then 2018, 18, that sounds fine as well. Do that. 5 engineers, intense, 350k out the door for that. And then we're gonna come straight back in side pods once again. 1.4. This will be 18. Just bump everything. Alright, never mind. Never mind. What does engine cooling really do here? Air flows, radiator, fixed side pods, and transfers heat away from the engine. Focusing here means the car's reducing the car's overall aerodynamic performance in favor of better engine cooling. I see. I think we're just gonna go straight down the middle for that one. I think our engine cooling it's fine enough. Now for this one, we do know that our brake cooling always needs bumping. Really, our drag reduction is apparently trash. If we just literally just do that. As long as the values are getting bigger, I think we're a-okay with that. We're kind of coming down to the point where we're not super worried. We will continue. Team hub refurb, good to go. Rear wing manufacturing complete. We'll make sure to put all of those on right before we go to the race weekend, just to see if there's anything else that comes up. We'll do our race prep. Yep, 2 into Q2. 2 in the top 3 for sure. I hate promising fastest lap. We're gonna go 2 in the top 6 5 times in a row. Seems to be a good one for us. Okay, race prep done. Let's make sure we have all of the newest things. We should be absolutely flying. Oh, right, that's not going to be done. That we're good. All right, without further ado, the British Grand Prix 2026 race weekend is upon us. Alright, let me pull up these setups.
We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula One World Championship.
Continue. Alright, it's been a hot minute. I don't remember where we are with all of this stuff. Alright, that's fine. Engine. Good, we're chilling. Setup, we got 6. We got 11.5. We got 9.1. Minus 320 and 35. Our parts. That's what I'm remembering now that Pierre has a lot of broken stuff because of mistakes. Tested, we got 6, 11, 5, 9, 1, 320, 3, 5. Perfect. Sim to quali. How do we do?
Welcome back to what is proving to be.
Welcome back. Lando tops the time chart. Beautiful. Okay, let's throw all of the good stuff back in. This will probably be the last race for Lando we run on this ERS. Yeah, Pierre, we've already started running the new one. Pierre's gonna have to take a penalty at some point. Probably for an ERS as well as the other thing. Let me check one thing real quick. I was playing. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's do it. Q1. Speed run this a little bit.
Radio check.
Weather check.
Yeah, confirm.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, it's green now.
And Lando then. We'll send a Pierre there. We'll make sure they get a nice, good, clean lap in. And I'm not gonna run into any traffic. Pierre is going to. My game crashed again. Bro, what's going on? Are we not doing this today? Which might be the thing. Pain, suffering. Going on, man. Wow. Boy, alright. If I have to start it all over again, I'm gonna be livid. Okay, it looks like we're going straight to probably his practice. Why are you so unstable all the time? All of a sudden, you're so unstable. Let's try this again.
Radio check.
Radio check. Okay. Radio check. Okay.
Okay, should be green now.
Alright, Lando is going to get a nice clean lap, it looks like. He might run into Zhou and Leclerc right at the end. Pierre, once again, is going to have traffic. He gets by Albon at least, coming out of the pits. Lando goes fastest. Lando's time is Dunzo. Oh, Pierre. Pierre, 3.5 tenths off. We'll keep an eye on how that time looks, but it probably is going to be good enough to make it through. I send him out again just because what do those tires look like? Ah, they're fine. We can send him out again. Send Pierre out again, just confirm. His time is still really good, but it probably won't hurt the tires that much more. Go, Pierre. He doesn't need to improve in every sector, he just needs to improve in the second and third. Which he does. And now we're good.
Good session.
Yep, good session, guys. As always. Easy peasy. Starting on a scrub set. For Pierre, they're going to be very scrubbed.
Radio check. Yeah, I'm ready to check. All good.
We'll just send him nice and early. Not overthink this too much. Oh, Giovinazzi, you dog. Woof. Pierre got held up massively. But it doesn't matter. We're going to have another run anyway. So, it is what it is. Now we're just waiting. All right, nice and clean. As long as Pierre doesn't make any major mistakes, we'll be fine. He's gonna get a bit of a tow from Lando as well. So should be chilling. Yeah, Pierre goes fastest on the session. Easy as. Lando P3. Ferrari out. Which Ferrari was that? George Russell out in the Scuderia. Not what you're expecting. On to Q3. This is where... Dude, I'm not going to play this game if it's just going to keep crashing. Actually, though. If it crashes again, I'm done with this game for now. This is like crazily unstable for no reason. Anything? Maybe it's because I wasn't in full screen? Maybe? I was running it in borderless because I was running some tests. So that could be it, I guess. No idea. Where are we? Q3 prep? Cool. At least it saved it up to here. Let's do it.
Radio check.
Yeah, all good.
It's green now.
Beautiful. Honestly, we probably shouldn't even run into any traffic with Lando. Maybe at the very, very end. But even then, does not look like it. Lando gets a clean lap, goes fastest. BR is going to get a nice clear air lap with a baby toe from Bottas, potentially. From a decent amount away. And he goes third fastest. Verstappen is on one, it would seem. Go ahead and prepare for the final lap. Beautiful. We'll hop on board with Pierre since we sent him last. Should be a banger. A beautiful day here in England as we start the final lap of Q3, trying to see if we can usurp Max Verstappen from the top spot in pole position, proverbially. Right, dude. All right. Hello? Bro, what? Hello? Hello? Dude, what is going on? Now I can't even. Oh, I have 3 instances of the game open right now. I could. What is happening? I've never seen this. Okay. Resetting the computer once again. I assumed nothing like this would be happening again, but here we are. Oh, brother. Yeah. Yep, come back online. Come on. You got it. I believe. I have no response. Yes, let's open it back up and see if it gets any better. It's the only I noted this time though, if it crashes again, close the app, don't restart, because apparently that just starts opening up more instances of the game, and that's not what we want, apparently. Man. Audio, all that stuff, yep. Continue, please. Back to the beginning. Back to the beginning of Q3. Give it a go.
Radio check. Yeah, confirm.
Okay, it's green now.
Okay. If it crashes again, I might uninstall or reinstall the game. Give it a fresh install. See if that helps, because it's an Unreal Engine thing, which I'm wondering if a fresh install might help with that. All right, now because Pierre is leading, we're gonna go with Norris for last. All right, we're gonna hop on board here with young Lando, trying to set a pole position, getting a bit of a tow from young Pierre. Fresh set of tires for both Haas drivers. We're gonna see if young Lando can put it on pole. He gets a purple first sector, taking it from Pierre. This might be a situation in which we see Pierre briefly top of the timetable as everyone else is coming home to finish. Everyone else has finished their laps. It will be at minimum a Haas 2-3, and by the looks of it, it looks like it could be even more. Oh, it is a one purple section each. It's all going to come down to this final sector. Who is going to put it on pole position? It looks like it's going to be one of them. Pierre comes up, crosses the line. He briefly takes it. Young Lando does all by 2 thousandths of a second. Young Lando is not able to usurp Pierre Gasly from the top. It is another Haas front row lockout, but my goodness, that is tight. Oh my. 2 thousandths of a second separate pole position from P2. Amazing stuff.
Drivers are strapping them.
Okay. Let me see. 1 sec. Okay. Stratagems. It looks like the one stop is the fastest strats. And starting from the front, I think track position might be the way to go here. I think we might just do the same strategy for both. And then let them figure it out, play track position, do all that stuff. All right, one stop for each. Pretty simple stuff, really. Let's do it. British Grand Prix right now.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. And there we have Pierre Gasly. P1 today. Let's see if they can take advantage of that
Easy.
position. Norris there, further down the grid. A second place start for them today. They're in with a real chance. The race start is mere seconds away. Anticipation is high, and the drivers are ready for this. The British Grand Prix. And it's lights out,
And away we go. Here we go. Into turn 1, young Lando takes the lead. Oh, they're gone side by side already. So much more than I would want them to. This is what we wanted to see when we signed young Lando to the squad. We want to see 2 drivers fairly evenly matched, fighting it out in the same machinery at the front of the grid, and that is what we had as they've gone side by side almost this entire first lap. Who's going to be the first to blink? Honestly, we could probably bump them back down on ERS as they're both fairly low-ish already. It looks like Lando has settled into the lead a little bit, but Pierre once again sticking the nose in there. As at the end of lap 1, Lando Norris takes the lead. Going into the rest of this, I'm excited, to say the least. This is going to be a lot of fun. Maybe tire check, rest of the grid. A lot of mediums, some hards down there towards the bottom of the grid. Let's take a look. I didn't really look at the results of qualifying here very much. Kevin Max in there in P6, fun to see. Carlos down there in P8, Ocon into P9 to British's delights. Doing in P10, love to see that, outperforming young Yuki down there, who's in P14. Both Aston Martins occupying the final spots on the grid as of right now. Not too surprising. Aston Martin has not had the best of years ever since they picked up Van Dorn to their to their starting lineup. It looks like Lando is getting the benefit of some clean air here as Pierre is defending from Max Verstappen a little bit. But with DRS opening up as of this lap, we may see some swappages happening very soon. As once again, our drivers are going side by side, 3 laps in. Pierre briefly takes the lead. Lando's gonna have the inside line back onto the start-finish straights. Well, the fastest lap is just getting thrown down the order, as apparently everyone is now settled in. Ocon ends up with it down there in P9, the end of that front group, it looks like. Doing dangerously close to losing out to DRS. Pierre takes the lead from Lando, able to defend against Max Verstappen, and we continue on. Easy as. Again, lap 5, still a Haas front row. It looks like they're going side by side more often than not at this point. Honestly, the whole rest of the field has kind of done a pretty good job of staying fairly grouped up. The biggest exception is Yuki Tsunoda, who's the train driver down there in P14. But it looks like we have the pace against the rest of the field, to say the least, as these two are just going to continue going side by side, it seems, without any real cause for concern so far. Let's see, when will we find out if teams are doing the 2 stops? So somewhere between lap 15 and 21, we'll find out if anyone on the mediums currently is doing a 2 stop. Obviously, we have the 1 stop going on both ways. Oh, Max making a lunge for the lead.
Red Bull gained a place.
Very briefly, as Pierre gets that inside line and bops back up into P2 here. Not been the most exciting thing that happened so far. Gasly still leads. It doesn't look like Max has the pace to really put it on us,
We've just had a car run wide.
Schumacher, Mick, if you're trying to put a what's it called? An audition to come back, that's not how you really want to start, my guy. There we go. I'm centered again. Woo! Not too shabby. About 10 laps in, not a whole lot has really happened, except that there is now a large gap between the top what, 12, and the entire rest of the grid, it seems. If we just bump this down, what happens? Let's see what happens. As once again, they're just continuing to go side by side, giving us all anxiety just a little bit.
Haas with an overtake there.
Every time Max tries to get by. Oh, he's making a try to go all the way around the outside. 3 wide. Oh, he's gonna be in the least. Oh, Norris backs out. That's not what we want to see, my guy. Da, da, da. Verstappen leads. As we do know, Max has great pace in this. Nothing to worry about too much here. I mean, we're kind of just leading the train at this point. Gasly making a move back, and Max gonna have the inside line down the old pit straight. Retakes the lead. Lando down there in P3.
Haas with an overtake.
That bottom group is really falling off. You can have 8 seconds off of Mick. What is that to the lead? Already 13 seconds off the lead here. Not what you not really what you want to see if you're that bottom group trying to make something happen here. The top group has done a very good job of sticking together. Very interesting to see. Pierre should make it past Max here. He does. Back into the lead once again.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yes, yes it is. All right, we are coming into the first opportunity to see who of this front group is doing a 2-stop and who is on the 1-stop, as it's been pretty much just a log jam from the go here. Van Dorn boxes. Looks like we'll probably start to see some other people boxing here. Although, if I was on a 2-stop at this point, I would definitely be switching to a 1-stop because there's really not a good gap to pit into. There's a gap in between, but I don't think there's not a big enough gap to get your pit stop done, so you'd be coming out behind, and at that point you're having to make your way through a very long DRS train. So I think choosing the 1-stop here, playing the track position game, is definitely the way we want to go. Gasly and Verstappen still going side by side. Here should have the advantage going on the inside, but it looks like that straight line speed is pretty good. I think we can bump them both back up into push fuel, see if we can re-establish ourselves here. Although we did just let Bottas just slide in there instead of defending, which is lovely to see. So now Norris drops and loses a spot because he does not defend from the Mercedes. Very disappointing, young Lando, very disappointing. But it looks like most of the field is on a one stop, unless they're all just waiting to box like right now, because it said it was what, 15 to 21. So unless, I guess it's coming up in the next few laps, but as of right now it looks like the overcut or undercut may have to be the move here. We are kind of creating a little bit of separation again. Oh, here they come. Oh, Bottas and Perez all in. Looks like both Red Bulls. We'll find out at obviously at the end of this next lap who is on the two stop of this group, but I don't see the two stop being the play. I don't see it being the play here. I just don't see it working out like that with the how closely everyone's been able to follow each other so far. I don't see it panning out that well. Let's see, anybody else in? Oh, Verstappen in. Verstappen on the two stop. I think we have the advantage over Max Verstappen today. Leclerc, unless he boxes next lap, it looks like he's also on the one stop. Probably the smart move by Red Bull, splitting those strategies up. For us, I think playing track position is going to be the right move. As soon as we get back in a 1-2, it's just going side by side again continually, apparently. Although with the, oh, he moves over to defend at the last moment. Love it. On boxes.
Look at that! They've run
Leclerc running wide.
Watch this.
Leclerc. Oof,
And
Red Bull
they've
in
gone
the
wide,
mud,
very wide.
letting Kevin Magnussen into a podium spot right now. Very interesting. Oh, yellow flag. Who done it? Van Dorn, maybe?
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Oh,
Let's
Perez
have a
spinning.
look. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
Oof.
They spun the car. What a disaster.
What a disaster. Oh, that's a pain for
And the team
Perez.
had such high hopes.
He was actually doing pretty well up until that. Continue on. A couple more laps until we start thinking about boxing. Let's see, I think at the beginning of the next lap, we'll try and box the lap before the optimal and then the optimal lap. Basically, whoever's going to be in position to benefit the most coming out. Okay, it looks like, yeah, we'll set it up. We'll set it up. As soon as they hit the, oh, we'll see. We'll just speed it up until we get to here. Anybody making a move on the other? Okay, who's on the inside? Lando? Okay, Lando. You box. Pierre. Oh, nope, not that. You box, but next lap. Okay, Pierre. Let's put in a good in lap. Full attack. Lando comes out in P4. Let's go. We come out ahead of Leclerc. Love to see it. Okay. Harvest briefly.
That's a new race position for
Norris
Haas.
overtakes Bottas. Perfect. Pierre comes in for his stop. It's a very long pit stop, so hopefully we don't lose too many positions here. He's in his box, out of his box. Where are we gonna come out? In, oh no, P5 behind Leclerc. Woof. Okay, and we're off. Verstappen is stopping again. We do know that, so we just need to keep pushing. Honestly, keep pushing fuel. Both of you keep pushing fuel. We have plenty of fuel to burn here. Amazing.
Haas with an overtake.
Gasly overtaking Leclerc. Actually, we have a 2x2 coming in. Woo! What a line.
Haas with an overtake.
We are still
there.
trying to get by Leclerc here. All this fighting is slowing us down tremendously, even though we did run a faster lap than Verstappen last time. But I don't think that'll be the case this time. Very fascinating time to be here. Yellow flag, sector 3. All right, Lato's actually put a... Oh, Perez, not like this, Perez. All right, we have seen the separation between the front group and the middle group and the back end. Perez down there in 13th, a whopping 20 seconds off the leader. All right, if they're doing the... We'll go back and check. They're doing the 2-stop between 34 and 40 is where we expect them to come out. Honestly, we can speed this up a little bit. Keep an eye on things, but I don't think it's going to be too I don't think it's going to be too crazy. Of course, we've already pulled down the gap to Verstappen by... Oh, I mean, is it enough for like Ricardo? Daniel?
We've just had a crash.
Yeah, Daniel.
Let's take a closer look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Locking up. Spinning. Oh, huge spin. Beautiful. We've even started to break away from signs as well. This is lovely. All right, we've entered the next like sort of window for the 2-stoppers. So realistically, we should be expecting Verstappen to box anytime in the next few laps. Stroll spinning.
Haas with an overtake.
If Lando is able to hey, new fastest lap, Pierre, let's go. We've gone into DRS range. I think Verstappen's race is pretty much over. He might end up boxing kind of into traffic behind once he does. But with both of our cars having DRS and Bottas dropping out, actually. Oh yeah, he's also on the 2-stop. And Leclerc is not. Yes, Leclerc is not. So we're really battling Leclerc here for the win. Not really battling Max, although if we can get around him here, that would be absolutely lovely. Woo! Lando. Okay, Max is in. It looks like the next round of 2-stoppers are going to be coming into this lap and the next.
With an overtake there.
How far does Verstappen fall here? Is the real question. Not far enough, as a lot of other people are boxing, so he's going to come back out in P7. So there is that, unfortunately. He's going to stay in the points. Giovinazzi locking up. If that back group could have been just a little closer, it would have been lovely. All right, I mean, pretty much from here. I mean, Leclerc's behind. We can bump the fuel back down, not run up against the limit too much if we can help it. The next round of stoppers, choosing the late stop. Maybe going to softs, maybe? Like softs are the only thing that makes sense at this point. Softs, and if I had to imagine, softs. We have 3 soft runs. I'm kind of interested. Ooh, Danielle. I'm kind of interested to see their lap times compared to ours, just out of pure curiosity. Honestly, we can go and speed this up a little bit. Leclerc is going to get back into DRS with us, but that's honestly perfectly fine. It's all going to come down to those last couple of laps anyway. .128.5, a 128.4, and a 150. I want to see what they are this lap. I'm looking at the soft runners down there in the bottom. All right, they're not running even that much faster than us, if we're being entirely honest. They're running a little faster, they're running like a half second, but when you're that far behind, it kind of is what it is. But honestly, we can kind of speed this up. Verstappen's up into P5, but has a 5-second gap to make up in 7 laps.
New race position for Haas.
These guys are kind of just going back and forth. We'll jump back in at around lap 50, as I think at that point will probably be the most pertinent. As at this point, there's not a whole lot that's really going on. We'll wait till lap 51, because at this point I think we're fine. All right, we are coming up to it. We currently hold a 1-2, Pierre leading Lando. Of course, as we've seen, that order can change almost any time. Tire check compared to Leclerc, they are all pretty much exactly the same. Looks like Pierre is the worst one on his tires. Verstappen is now up into P4, so a good recovery from the Dutchman, but at the same time, too little too late. It's kind of what I was saying when talking about the 2-stop. It's like track position was just too good, and even though he didn't get held up that much, it's going to be as we're going to come across and we'll start the final lap of the race. We are in full push mode, defending from Leclerc,
You can use energy.
and we'll see who wants it the most.
Yeah, confirm.
Coming down the stretch here. Who's got the ERS? Who's got the will to win? Lando pulls out not enough of a run. Gonna try and go side by side with Pierre's gonna have that inside racing line. Pierre does run out of ERS though. Lando's gonna have a little bit left. Of course, they will each gain a little bit. They're gonna go side by side, almost side by side through Haas. Not exactly what you want to see. There's not a whole lot of braking zones in between here and the finish. It might be Lando with the final DRS zone as they come through the final long chicane, rounding the final quarter. Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly comes home to finish P2. Congrats, Lando, winning his home Grand Prix here at Silverstone.
You can't say they didn't earn it. They put in an amazing performance today.
100% earned that one. Great drive today, Lando. Great drive. A great battle all the way down the stretch. What a day. Red Bull ended up going 3-4. Kevin Magnussen down there in P5. Jack Doohan comes across the finish in the points. Jack Doohan in the points in England. We love to see that, actually. British, super happy. Ocon finishing just outside the points, fighting with Joe there. But it's the young Brit Lando Norris who comes across and finishes in first on the top step here in Great Britain. What a race from the young lad. We'll finish this up here. We'll move on to the podium celebration.
Lando
Love
Norris
to
can be
see
proud.
it. Lando.
What a fantastic performance from him. A spot on the podium is exactly what the team deserved.
Sir. A double Haas podium. Love to see it. Charles up there in P3. And obviously the winning constructor. That's us, baby.
And after such a fabulous drive here today, it's no surprise to see this man land on the podium.
Congrats, Lando. Congrats as well, Pierre. A lovely, lovely race out there.
To say it was a solid drive from all three of them.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a solid drive from all of them. Pierre starts on pole, can't convert. Lando Norris comes home to win the British Grand Prix, extending his lead to 15 points as Pierre jumps Max Verstappen to reclaim P2 in the drivers. Lando sitting on a very nice amount of points as we continue to pull away in the drivers as well as the constructors, as we darn near am doubling up Red Bull already. I feel the constructors is all but locked up, but all eyes are going to be on the drivers championship this season anyway. What a day. What a day. 1.1 million out, but 5.5 million in, $4.4 million coming into Haas. We have some expenses coming up, so it's good to see. And on to another fantastic round of this 2026 F1 season. You beauty. A lovely day. A lovely, lovely day. Okay. Okay, hold on.
My mom probably just got on the screen.
You've heard of Zach Eady, Purdue's 7'4" phenom wreaking havoc for the boys.
Sorry, I'm taking a moment.
You'll just randomly hear the crowd go crazy. It's like, oh, yeah, that's... My mom probably just got on the screen.
You've heard of Zach Eady, Purdue's 7'4" phenom wreaking havoc for the Boilers. But there's another Eady becoming just as famous. His mom, Julia.
I was sitting there and I thought, oh wow, everyone got really noisy. What's happening? And I look up at the screen and I was like, oh, it's me. Oh my gosh. And then I was actually kind of embarrassed. But you know, obviously it's flattering. And so that first one was funny. It just caught me off guard and I thought, oh boy, okay, I have to be braced. I better not, you know, do anything embarrassing.
I mean, it's kind of strange, honestly, but people really love her. I kind of just let her do whatever she wants. She used to kind of always come and be like, oh, is it okay if I tweet this? Is it okay if I do that? I kind of just told her, like, just kind of do whatever you want. She's a great person and it kind of shows through Twitter, and that's why people really love her.
Her son might be known for not being very expressive on the court. Julia, however, just the opposite. She doesn't shy away from letting everyone know just how she feels, and she's not worried about how many cameras are trained on her either.
You know, I have a clapping callus, so probably a little on the intense side. The first year when we had the COVID masks, it was a little easier. You could shout into it, no one could tell what was going on. And then once you lost the masks, you thought, oh, you just want them to know that they've got some, you know, some love in the audience.
There's nothing small about Julia's support. She regularly hosts the entire team for dinner, fully embracing Teen Mom.
Caleb's first mom and I get along really well, and she had said, you know, you treat the guys like your own. And I thought, I guess so, you know, in a way. They're just such great guys, and they are really, you know, openly affectionate. They just sort of like, hey mom, you know, and Dave Jenkins likes to call me Mama Edie, and you know, it's pretty funny.
It's great to kind of have a friendly face out there. I'm in a different country, she's in a different country, kind of have that steady presence is a great thing.
All right, I'm here to set the record straight, guys. Julia, 6'3". With Zach, his dad, who's 6'4", and his brother, she's still the shortest in the family, believe it or not. I'll have you covered in Columbus this week as the
That's
Boilers' quest to cut down a third.
Oh, that's funny. Round 11, back to the Red Bull Ring. It always feels like this is a moment I remember that, hey, we're like moving through the season pretty goodly. Halfway through the season after this, we'll head and get this thing up and going. We have some up and coming drivers that, who knows. Okay, this is the thing I've actually kind of been waiting for. We have some contracts that we basically started almost like immediately in the series that we have to get this thing going. You know, I like these two guys, and so I think we're gonna go ahead and try to renew their contract right now if we can. Keep him on Lando, right? He's on Lando. Lando's in car 1, right? Yes, just make sure. I've accidentally done that before. I don't want to do it again. Let's see, renew that contract, 4 seasons. I mean, what if we just offer him pretty much exactly the same? Easy as that. 200k out the door. Contract renewed, another 4 seasons. Nothing too shameful about that. We'll go ahead and renew you as well. I mean, same thing. What if we just give you exactly what it comes up as? Easy as that. 155 out the door. Race engineers secured for another 4 seasons. Great affinity with the guys. Love to see it. Love to see it. Our first really dominant raceman we've had for a couple of rounds, so definitely love to see that. But we'll go ahead and continue. Very quick turnaround here for Hungary. Nothing coming to fruition too much. Our board check-in, they have high confidence. Obviously, we're coming off of one of the most dominant seasons we like ever have seen. Take a look at our current car reports. We're, you know, top 2 cars in a lot of things. Acceleration, we're 9th, which is less ideal. And engine cooling obviously could be a lot better as well, but that's neither here nor there. But I think we're still in a very good place to be. As let's do our race prep. Seems pretty straightforward at this point. Qualifying position 2 in the top 3 seems pretty good to me. We can guarantee finish position. We'll do 2 in the top 4. And those are going. That's race prep done and dusted. We don't have any new parts. So let's go ahead. Quick turnaround from Silverstone to the Red Bull Ring. Let's do it. Race weekend is here.
The battle is surely going to rage this weekend. Welcome to the Green Hills of Austria. The Red Bull Ring hosted its first Grand Prix in 2014, and it's been spectacular ever since. The Red Bull Ring is one hungry beast of a power track. Drivers face a steep climb up to turn 3 and a fast ride downhill through wide corners and straights thereafter. There's plenty of opportunity to overtake here, especially with the help of 3 DRS zones. The season is about halfway through.
It is about halfway through. Bing. All right, that we're gonna put in a new 12%. We're gonna put in a new ERS for Lando this race. Once it hits that 50%, I'll feel a little worse about it. Car setup, pull that up. Setups, Austria, 5.5, 13.5, 2.8, 2.95, and 4.5. Perfect. For Pierre, we already did you. Setup, we have 5.5, We have 13.5, we have 2.8, we have 2.95, and 5, or 4 or 5. Rather. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Sim to quali. I'm so beyond caring about watching practices and all of that. So thankfully they make it nice and simple.
With FP3 all finished.
Oh yeah, top 2. We are back up to car part knowledge of 100%. Pierre does not hit 90% setup confidence. That's a little sad. All right, throw in the new stuff. 7% gearbox. All right, we're probably gonna have to start utilizing a new gearbox for practice, which means we'll probably likely be just moving down the order with them. Easy, easy, easy. Start quality, Q1, fly through this, moving on. Nice and simple.
Yeah, all good.
It's green now.
Alright, we'll just send our guys nice and early. Get our 1 lap in. And then move right along. Both of them gonna get a clean lap with Joe providing a bit of a tow for Pierre. Easy as that. They basically almost run dang near the same time. And we fast forward now and move on. Yep, look at that. We literally didn't change, and that's that. Any surprises outs? Ricardo outs. Potentially, is he on a lap? He might be on a lap by the looks of it. We'll see if Daniel Ricciardo makes it out. Comes up across the line. Oh, barely. Is anyone still going that might knock him out? A couple of... Oh, Albon gets out, knocking Danny Rick out. Oof. Not what you want to see from the Alpine lad. Max Verstappen actually goes faster than us. That's fine. Track evolution, all that. We're literally not worried about it. We went on one outing and still almost
Radio check.
put it on top. Sending both our guys at the same time again. Not worrying about it too much. Looks like we might run into a little traffic with Verstappen, but shouldn't be that bad. This track isn't really that bad for traffic. And besides, like always, we're more worried about that final lap than the first lap. Oh, somebody's spinning. Verstappen, was that spinning on an out lap?
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
No, that's on his lap. Wow.
And there it is. That's where they spin out.
What? Oh, that's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself. All right, now we wait. Magnussen locking up. Verstappen, 12 seconds off the pace. You have to wonder, does he still have it? Yes. Yeah, I mean, yes, he does. Alrighty then. Oh, Lando is right on Pierre. Oh, don't fight. I mean, they're making it through regardless, but okay. I did not mean for them to be that close together. But we topped the tables 1-2 that time. It's amazing what happens when you actually finish both laps you're generally supposed to do. On to Q3, the granddaddy. This is where pole is made.
Radio check.
Radio check. Okay. Radio check. Okay.
Bing bing. Send him out nice and early. Speed this thing along. Here might have run into a little bit of just a 4/10 worth of traffic there, but all in all, not too shabby. It's all going to come down to this final lap, regardless. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Wow, they literally went out side by side. Now we're just gonna let him go. We'll watch Pierre, as Lando currently does have provisional pole, although these two are literally right next to each other. I don't see Lando improving just based on this. And what a see, I'm just trying to give one a toe, and Pierre is more worried about Lando behind. I think this one might be on me. Unfortunately. All right, Pierre, just put it as far up there as you can. Don't worry about it. I'm taking the blame on this one. Cross the line. Oh, only P6. That one's on me, Pierre. That one's on me. Lando takes pole position though here in Austria. That's my bad, Pierre. All right, we got to give Pierre the good stuff on this one. Lando takes pole. Max Verstappen P2. Valtteri Bottas. Charles Leclerc also having a bit of a moment here, so there is a bit of a silver lining here. As I had, now let's figure out the strategy to get Pierre back in this. We'll do Lando first. I mean, this feels like a pretty just a pretty bang on one stop. I mean, if it only loses 2 seconds. I mean, do we want to get like pretty tricky with it? Like, we have a fresh set of sauce. It's only going to ramp up towards the end. We can play track position. Tire wear's not that bad. I think let's do it. You know what? Screw it. Let's get weird, huh? Add that extra fuel. One stop for both. We're splitting up the strategies a little bit. We're gonna try and play track position with Pierre. Hope it works out. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Austria, let's get it.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. And there's Lando Norris. They're starting today at the head of the pack, but will they be able to stay there?
You better. That's what his contract is for.
It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix.
I guess people wait for Austria. Austria's a fun one.
And it's lights out.
Tire check.
And away we go.
Okay, Pierre's not the only one on the hard strat off rip. Lando gets away well. Love to see it. Verstappen also on the mediums. I would imagine they're both on the medium to hard. Bottas though, if Bottas can kind of hang out and occupy Verstappen's attention, then we might be able to make something happen with Lando getting away nice and clean, nice and early. That would be a great sign in this one if he's able to do so. Multiple cars crashed already. It is not Pierre. That's good. No safety car or anything. I'm seeing somewhat.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Uh-oh. It comes back. Oh, double Ferrari action. Oh no. Ferrari in the mud. Ocon in the pits. Sainz in the pits. Did Russell not have damage? Felt like he should have had damage. Pierre up battling with Leclerc for P5. Looks like he is going side by side actually. Does not get the move done. Hangs out there in P6 for now. Where is he in terms of the hard strats? Bottas is up there, but I'm not super worried about it. We have a long way to go in this one. As long as we don't fall off the pace too much, we'll be a-okay. Lando has done well, and Verstappen has done a great job of occupying Bottas's attention, and we've now pulled a 2-second gap to those behind. That 2-second gap is persisting, which is exactly what I want to see. Pierre is falling behind a little bit. All right, Pierre, we can't be losing DRS like this. Let's catch up a little bit. Close that gap up. Yep, thank you. I mean, you don't really need to attack, but I mean, go on the lad. Go on the lad. All right, hey, what a run. Side by side. Slow Leclerc up, honestly.
Haas with an overtake
Yup. Attaboy, Pierre. Slow up Leclerc as much as you can. Verstappen is now past Bottas, and Kevin is past Bottas, so. Pierre Gasly, fastest lap of the day so far. Multiple cars crashed. Uh-oh, we on what are we on? Safety car? We haven't had a safety car in a very long time. Stroll, maybe? Maybe?
Sounds like a few cars have crashed.
Oh, wait a minute. Pierre's in P3. What happened here?
Watching the Red Bull.
Oh no! Kevin! Kevin! Oh, Kevin!
Oh no! And there's the crash.
Ooh!
Mark my words, there'll be questions asked.
Pierre inherits P3. Let's go. That's what we love to see. L plan coming into fruition. Oh, now he's right on Bottas's gearbox. Both on the hards, both battling for supremacy of the hards strategy. Oh yeah, this is what we love to see. Flying. Trying to go around the outside. Does not get DRS. Dang it. I was kind of hoping he'd hang back long enough to get DRS off of Bottas, but it was the other way around. Lando, by the way, now 4 seconds up the road. Still chilling. Lando now 4.4 seconds ahead. Pierre still hounding Leclerc as much as possible. Where's Verstappen? Verstappen down there in P8. Wait, it was Verstappen that got hit? Am I crazy? I don't remember. Uh-oh, my memory's going.
Mercedes moved up a place. Looks like there's been a lockup.
Schumacher locking up. Not like this, Mick. Yeah, up into P2. I totally missed that. When did that happen? Love to see it though. Pierre on the alternate strategy of all alternate strategies. Apparently it just happened.
What happened there? Now just focus on the Haas.
Down the inside. That's not typically where you overtake Pierre, but go on the lad. Around the outside. Flying. Defending. Oh, Leclerc. Oh,
It's a race
Bottas.
position gained for Mercedes.
Yes, sir. We're all, oh, 3 wide. 3 wide in a place where you do not want to be 3 wide. Oh, yellow flag. Who done it? Ocon? Signs? Signs?
That's a lockup.
Ocon. Knew it. Oh, let's go. Huge. Hugely massive. Flying. All right, Lando, relax.
Haas have moved up the field.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, Pierre. Keep going. Let's go ahead and recuse yourself and guard against Leclerc for me, please. Thank you very much. The biggest winner out of all of this is definitely gonna be Lando, because the gaps that have opened up in this race already are tremendously massive. Bottas and guys are going side by side. Here, slow down. You want? Oh, Pierre. Don't let the car through. There you go. Slot in. Get your DRS. Yep. Wait for the next one.
Position gained for Mercedes.
Get a good exit. Got to pull out a little further than that if you want to go around them. Oh, that's the DRS for us. Yep. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Flying.
That's a new
Defending.
race position for Haas.
Whoa, Bottas getting the nose in there.
That sounds like someone's gone wide.
Magnussen running a do-in in P5, by the way. What an odd top 5 we have here. Whoa! Whoa! Do-in. My guy. Relax.
And that's a
I
lockup.
just saw that guy
Take a
go
look
wide
now.
from
Now,
a mile away.
Williams here.
Oh, Jack.
There's the lockup. That's the last.
Honestly, that's not like the worst place, but like slowing down like that is definitely not the move, you know? All right, let's speed this thing up a little bit. And still 5.5 seconds-ish ahead.
Haas with an overtake
Not
there.
getting the benefit of any DRS trains or anything like that. And honestly, the way that our little pod is going, not really in that much of a danger to losing that lead, especially with us on the hards. The only thing I need to see is, once I'm assuming that everyone else on hards might be doing the hard to medium strat while we're doing the hard to soft strat. So I'm hoping that once everyone else starts boxing, we'll be able to keep the pace and be able to make up ground when we move to the fastest tire that we can. Because what we're looking to box lap 51. We're about halfway through our stint here, as Lando is now nearing his pit window, so we'll speed things up here a little bit with him. Might go ahead and put him back into push mode, see if we can build that gap up a little more. We continue on. Does look like Lando's pace is falling off a little bit. Alright, Lando box. Box, box, Lando, box, box. Push, 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 push.
Haas with an overtake.
Alright, he's in. Come out in some clean air. Yes, right behind Yuki. Perfect.
I think there's been a lockup.
Beautiful. Hopefully, all right. Now let's show off the pace we have over young Yuki, and then let's move on. All right. He's almost. Oh, if we really went for it, I think we could break DRS. It's gonna have to be pretty purposeful though. I might try for that here.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
All right, we're pushing Lando briefly. Try and really break that that 1 second barrier to Yuki here in this final. Oh, Yuki's in the pits anyway. Never mind. Never mind. Back over to Pierre, who leads, by the way.
It's a new race position for Haas.
These two are continuing. What are we looking at in terms of strategies for the 40 to 46? You got it. So in about 8 laps time, we'll learn the fates of everyone else. Of course, if there's a safety car or a VSC here, we might debate on boxing Pierre then, depending on where we are.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Take advantage and go to mediums, which we absolutely can do. Oh, Pierre, not like this. Nah, what we wanted to see, Pierre.
It's a
Nah,
race
what we wanted to
position
see.
gained for Mercedes.
Oh, that hurts. Okay, I think we might switch him to the the hard medium, because that one hurts a lot. But what we can do is now put him on aggressive tires and see if we can make something happen here. As we continue on, Bottas now has a clean 5-second gap ahead. Not what we wanted to see, Pierre. Not what we wanted to see at all. Let's see if we can harvest a little bit. I know ERS is a valuable resource here. Let's see if we can get away with harvesting for a lap while we're pushing tires and everything else. If we can just get it to be above 50% from here, I think we'll be all right. He'll basically match Lando. All right, bump that back to neutral. Should be good to go. I think we might actually box him this lap and try and go for a bit of an undercut on Bottas if he's not going to box this lap. Let's go, Pierre. Let's have a good in lap. Norris is now battling Perez. Fun fact. Alright, Bottas not in. We're going on the undercut attempts. Should be able to come out in clean air. Hopefully behind Leclerc here. Oh, 2.7. Not what we want to see, but we will have some clean air. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Get on the move, Pierre. Perfect. All right, tires will last to the end. Some clean air for Pierre to run. We'll jump back over to Lando here, who's battling with Perez. Bottas in the pits. I don't think the undercut is going to work for Pierre, but Lando now regains the lead and will be off to the races and then some. Yeah, unfortunately, the undercut not as strong here as it would seem, so it is what it is. And we continue on. Lando leads Leclerc by 9 seconds on the same strat, and Bottas is only 4.3 seconds ahead of us in his race, so we're gonna have to see something special here. There's not a whole lot we can really do, so we'll speed things up. See how things develop. The one that we're really keeping an eye on the most is this gap from Pierre to Bottas. Although Bottas is getting closer and closer to having DRS on Leclerc. So that's a little unfortunate. Lap times are we running here? We're losing 2/10 a lap. Almost, yeah, 2.5 tenths a lap. What are we running to? Oh, that's against Leclerc. We gained 4 tenths on Leclerc that lap. But those two sharing DRS here might be what screws us the most, if we're being honest. I mean, we still ran 2 and a bit tenths, so we're going to see if Bottas has the pace on those tires to catch Lando with 20 laps remaining, and if Pierre has enough in the tank to catch up with them as well. He is putting in some time. That clean air is doing wonders for them. Perez and Verstappen are fighting behind. That's pretty much what you would expect at this point. Pierre is down to 3.5 seconds. We can actually put him on push fuel probably, see if that can help here for a lap or two. If we can close up to Leclerc, I have a great, I think will turn out perfectly fine. Under 3 seconds now. So we continue pushing. Lando has been able to hold that gap behind, which is lovely. I think Bottas and Leclerc are fighting just enough to keep young Lando from being under too much threats. All right, we'll bump Pierre back down to standard as he was able to put about a second-ish. He's now probably getting close enough to get a little bit of a tow through these long straights here. Getting lighter all the time. I might actually do a deploy here and see if we can use ERS to close up a little more, as he is now within DRS range and will get dragged along by these two and has entered the fight for the podium. This really is another one of those that's going to come down to the very end, so we'll have to see what happens here. Bottas has put in about 8 tenths into Lando over the course of 11 laps, so I think Lando is pretty safe here. I think this is going to come down to Pierre. Go on, the lad. The Frenchman making some moves. Already up into P2, passing Bottas. Of course, those two are on the same tire. Leclerc is the odd man out here on the hards. Ocon locking up. He's in to switch tires. I think Leclerc might be out of this one. The only one on the hard tires. And it's going to come down to Pierre versus Bottas for P2 and P3 of the podium. And it may come down to just whoever has...
Mercedes moved up a place.
See if we can save fuel a little bit.
Seems to have been a lockup.
If we can build up a little bit of a fuel delta for that last push. All right, too much. Okay, we had to burn pretty much all of Pierre's ERS. I got away from me a little too much, a little too quickly. But he does have... He has the tires and everything to make it home. Lando comes through on his final lap. All right, Pierre, let's not worry about defending. Let's defend by attack. Let's defend by attack here, Pierre. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it back down. Just bring it home. Bring it home. Last couple of corners. Pierre Gasly running a beautiful race. Starting in P6, ending up on the second step of the podium as Lando Norris comes home. That's a Haas 1-2 in Austria. Absolutely. What a race. Pierre makes up 4 positions to finish on the podium. What a drive from the Frenchman. Congratulations, of course, to Lando for winning. What a race. Banger of a finish. Banger of a finish. Very nice. Where did Verstappen finish? P6, Leclerc P4, Bottas P3. Not a good day for Red Bull, but a great day as always for Haas.
A brilliant performance from the Haas driver.
You best believe. You best believe it.
This podium is a remarkable achievement for the whole team.
Lando's coming in and showing the nation what's what. Nation, the world, what's what.
A sensational achievement for that Haas driver, it has to be said. They'll be absolutely ecstatic to finish up there. For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
Not bad at all. The
Not
team in
bad
the
at
will be
all.
Happy with that.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
As we reach mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us in the south of France at the
The South, like Côte d'Azur. Beautiful finish. What a race from Pierre, who actually also finishes with fastest lap. We love to see that. Lando continues to extend his lead, and Pierre continues to extend his lead over Max Verstappen, but he's got a long way to go if he wants to make up ground against Lando. We're halfway through the the F1 season. 19 points is quite the gap, especially considering the pace of our car. Pierre is going to have to come out and make some absolute moves if he wants to crack Lando's lead here. Haas once again dominating the constructors, now officially over doubling up Red Bull once again. 139 points to 68. Not very nice of you, Red Bull, but thanks for showing up none the least. As Beetle, Pierre gets a dev point. We do lose 64. What was it? Oh, it's probably qualifying position. Yeah, qualifying position's a big one. That is tough. That is tough, but only 65 out. $4 million basically in the bank account, and on to once again another fantastic race from us. Can't wait to see what we do in the next one. What a lovely day at the races. What a lovely day. Save this. Gonna end a little early tonight. Keep things pretty simple as we continue getting back into the vibe of streaming again. Voice is feeling it just a little bit, but all in all, can't complain too much. I've turned the game off and I'm curious to see CPU temps fall as the game comes close and the CPU can breathe a sigh of relief. Actually, I'm curious. Oh, it only goes from there. Okay. Oh yeah, they're flying down, but I think that's going to do it for me tonight. This has been an absolute banging one. I think it's been nice to get back in the game a little bit. We'll be back on Friday. We'll get a good amount of time to talk about the first 2 practice sessions of Saudi Arabia here in real life, and this should be a lot of fun. We'll get to see a lot of talk about probably Ferrari and Aston Martin and Mercedes and a lot of everything else. So we'll see how it goes, but until then, thanks guys for showing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one later.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now, don't count what you don't have.